Hello there, child. Hi. Oh, you guys don't have to clap. I haven't even done anything yet. Actually, you can cheer more if you'd like. Oh, stop it. It's a beautiful day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. Hi there. We got any fans of Mr. Rogers out there today? All right. I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. Are you all ready for story time? That's good to hear because I certainly have a story to tell. Gosh, I love to talk. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, mashed up with a very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it, it's Cinderpool. Alrighty, let's put on these nice reading glasses. Oh, now we can see all of your beautiful shining faces. Gosh, you're so beautiful. Alright, that doesn't work. Alright, look at these adorable pictures, by the way. Look how cute Dogpool is, huh? Oh yeah, little Mary Poppins cheer. Thank you so much for cheering. I scribbled these myself. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. See, isn't that so much more fun and interactive when we're all in this together? For those of you that didn't participate, get your heads in the game. Anyway, upon that time, once, Cinderpool lived in a big mansion with his shiny-headed step-professor and a bunch of hideous step-mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that no one cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials. And for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underwear from the ceiling fan. How else am I supposed to air that out? Anyway, the other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, such a cool name, was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super jealous because Cinderpool had a much, and I mean much, larger fan base. Now, they don't call this story time with Colossus now, do they? One day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming, King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3. The last truly relevant phase. Cinderpool desperately wanted to go to this big battle, but Colossus said, no. Too dangerous. Cinderpool don't know how to be part of team. And then Colossus ripped up Cinderpool's nicest costume before Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, such a cool name, made it explode into a million pieces with her mind powers. And then popped her gum. So Gen Z. On fleek, Sigma, no cap. Cinderpool was very bummed and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Minus 100,000 aura, as Negasonic would say. He ran out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect. Oh, hello there, camera. When suddenly, a big, strange, sparkly circle appeared. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle walked out Cinderpool's fairy, hairy god mutant, Wolverine! All right, he's definitely here, you guys. Let me just try that one more time. Cinderpool's fairy, hairy god mutant, Wolverine! Okay, well, I guess Logie Bear couldn't make it in today. I know I said he'd be here. I technically didn't lie. It was more of a, I don't know, educated wish, if you will. All right, well, I'm honestly used to doing it with myself anyway, so I'll just play both roles. Oh, you know what? I'll do the little sparkly circle over myself. Whoa, Wolverine, you're here. Oh, very hairy god mutant Wolverine. I desperately want to go to the big battle, but my mean step mutants vaporized my costume and shut up. Growled Wolverine lovingly. What? Well, I need a costume. I have to go to the big battle. Oh, stop your whining, all right? Go find yourself another costume. Stop writing me into these stories. I'm going off to Pim's Test Kitchen. Forget about it. All right. Pim's Test Kitchen. Yeah, that honestly checks out. That's probably where he actually is right now. Well, anyway, after that very sage and somewhat Australian advice, Cinderpool headed off to the wardrobe department to get a freshly laundered costume. Now that he was looking super cutesy and oh so demure, he finally went off to that big battle. Cinderpool missed most of it though because he stopped for some delicious chimichangas along the way. Yeah, you know, priorities. But rest assured, when Cinderpool got there, the Avengers were still winning. Captain America looked so cool and so ruggedly handsome in those pants. Gosh, I love Mr. Rogers. And then, as the aliens were finally fleeing away in defeat, Cinderpool saw something on the steps of one of the spaceships. It was a single glove. High five, child. Memories forever. Wow, this glove was so fancy. Big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's really relevant information. I wonder who this fits, thought Cinderpool before trying it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it adjusted right to Cinderpool's arm. Then, out of nowhere, Iron Man came flying in out of left field screaming, "Hey, take that off. This is my sacrifice to make. I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90. In fact, I would rather be doomed than be Iron Man again. Doomed, I tell you. Trust me, I am just as confused as you guys are." And then other, much less relevant Avengers came running in too, saying things like, "Please put that down. That's not a toy. Whatever you do, do not snap." So obviously Cinderpool snapped. Oh, Cinderpool snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. Then the weirdest thing happened. It was probably unrelated to Cinderpool's actions, but half of everyone kept disappearing, and then reappearing, and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said "I love you" like 3,000 times, which is kind of mushy. But eventually, everyone did come back. Except for those that texted and called during a movie theater experience. We didn't want them back. Yeah, but everyone else did. But then the Avengers tackled Cinderpool, ripped off his new favorite glove, and when they went on to remake the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto Cinderpool's majestic body, and it went on to become the most profitable film of the Feige cinematic universe. Yeah, wow, right? I like to call that the FCU. I know, I'm still workshopping that acronym. I feel like there's just one too many letters. Well, anyway, everything honestly worked out for old Cinderpool, because Cinderpool went on to start his own, even more successful franchise. Yeah! Thank you. Who's relevant now? Yeah, it was so successful, in fact, that Cinderpool was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's right, in theaters at some point. Well, that's the end. Game, if you will. Oh, thank you, one person, for being a pun fan. That's great. It's not like I practiced that in the shower all morning or anything. Well, anyway, thank you all for coming to another illustrious story time with your new favorite Disney princess, Deadpool. Yeah.
You like that one?